Hey everyone, it's Steve Stevers for Bionic Buzz. We're at the world premiere of The Thicket at the Grove in Los Angeles, California. Now this thriller western comes out in theaters September 6th and VOD September 24th. I've already seen it, I love it, can't wait to interview the cast. So let's go see who we can talk to. Are you excited for this movie?
I am.
Are you a big western fan?
Actually, I am just I know of westerns, I just haven't seen a lot of them, so I'm just it's a good. I know. I'm a Peter Dinklage fan, so that I feel like that's a good little way to dip your toe in,
Well, I love what you're wearing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So anything coming up for you? You're allowed to talk about?
Anything I'm coming. Oh my gosh. So I'm in a theater company, and so I'm auditioning for the burlesque show that's happening in a couple months. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And I also just I'm going to be shooting some content at the VMA, so that's going to be also really fun. Yeah.
Well, we want to follow your journey going forward. Where can we do that on social media?
Adam and just vibing on TikTok and Instagram, and also just Twitter, Threads, and then Amanda Castrillo on YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I saw the movie. I loved it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you shot this thing in 22 days. I mean, how was that producing that?
Yeah, it was tough. It was, you're given a budget, and you hire the right people, you hire the right crew, the right department heads, the right director, and everybody works together to make sure that you get it done on time. It's extraordinarily challenging, not to mention shooting in Calgary in February, where the warmest it was is probably negative 20. Just figuring out what boots you're able to get away with. But it was very challenging. But you just work with the right people, and we were able to do it.
I think the background is like its own character. I mean, the beautiful landscape of Calgary. I mean, that must have been amazing to shoot.
It was gorgeous. I mean, there were many reasons why we shot up there. The lighting was some of it. We didn't have to pre-light because the days were gorgeous. They were long. The magic hour was multiple hours. The setting was fantastic. The snow was almost like fake studio snow because it never melted. It just kind of moved underneath your feet. It was very odd. But the forests were gorgeous. The frozen lakes, the rivers, everything was absolutely magnificent, and it showed on screen.
Congratulations, my friend. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, man. How's it feel seeing your book be turned into a movie?
Well, it's exciting, of course. I like that.
Yeah. Well, talk about the inspiration of writing it.
Well, I think from where I grew up in East Texas, and I had read a lot of history about that region. And I grew up with older people who knew a lot of history about that region, so I wanted to bring that to my book. And I wanted to bring characters that I thought fit that kind of hard shell, dark woods. It's not like Texas like people think of. It's not desert, not mountains, although in the film it is, because they did it in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful background.
Oh, it's a beautiful film. I was cold watching it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't get to show up on set then?
No, I really didn't. I would have liked to. It just wasn't doable.
Yeah. Well, anything else in the works you got talking about?
Well, I've got a lot of stuff. I got a book, Sugar on the Bones, that's out right now. That's based on. It's in my series, Happen Leonard, which used to be on TV. And but so I'm always working on something. I actually have some other things optioned for film, but I can't talk about them.
All right. Well, where can we follow your journey going forward on social media when you are allowed to talk?
Yeah. Well, I have a fan page on Facebook. I'm on X, but I think I'm on Instagram too. Yeah, I am. Somebody else runs that for me, and I have a website, www.joerlansdale.com.
All right, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Well, congrats, my friend. I've seen the movie. I loved it. Talk about shooting it, especially in 22 days.
I mean, I was given 22 days. I asked for a lot more, but I think with a movie, what ends up happening, you're given the amount of time you need, ultimately, at the budget that you're given. Fortunately, I had an incredible crew. I had Peter Dinklage, Juliette Lewis, James Hetfield, all bringing their A games. So the days would move quite quickly, and we were able to get the coverage because everybody was doing their job. Everybody knew what was up.
Huge fan of Juliette Lewis's voice that she did in this. It's very punk rock, old school whiskey.
I remember when Juliette agreed to do the film, she sent me a message, a video, and she was doing the voice, and I just stopped what I was doing, and I was like, where is that coming from? And she's just like, well, this is how I'm channeling it. She's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible actor.
Big Metallica fan. What was it like getting James in there?
So, interestingly, I love Metallica. I don't know any of their songs really, but the one song I did know was Enter the Sandman. So I went up to James on set and I started singing it, and he goes, you know, I know that song. I said, yeah, but you've never heard it sung that badly.
The movie was great. Talk about getting tortured on set.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. But, you know, I plowed through it. It worked out all right.
What was it like being in a scene with Peter? I mean, I love him.
It was magical. I mean, consummate professional, gave a lot. You know, I'm a really, really generous actor. And, just an all-around great guy to be around.
How cold was it being up there in Calgary?
Really cold. I remember we were trudging through the snow getting to set, and I overheard a couple of the crew saying, "Oh, well, we're here again, aren't we?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, you guys have shot here before. What did you shoot here?" And they're like, "The Revenant." So we were doing like this, the hardest shoot imaginable ever in the history of movies. And we're here. Great. So, yeah.
All right. Well, anything coming up you're allowed to talk about before I let you go?
I'm part of a movie called Romanticizing Monsters that's shooting next year and should be out the following year after that. So look out for it. It's going to be a great movie.
Well, we want to follow your journey going forward. Where can we do that on social media?
Derek_Gilroy on Instagram and Derek Gilroy on Facebook. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome, man. Thank you. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
What was it like being in it? I mean, being in the snow and the horse.
So you fucking not minus 35. It was shit. It's the worst job I ever had in my life.
Oh,
Yeah. So since I was born, it was like the worst thing that ever happened to me. But
kind of fits your character, I guess. Yeah.
I maybe, yeah. But obviously, yeah. I mean, it was a very, very exciting project to be involved in. It's a brilliant screenplay.
Have you been on something like this before? Have you rode horses on set?
I have rode horses, yeah. I was in a thing called Versailles in France. I was trained in the riding school where they did Ben-Hur, I think. Yeah, still can't ride a horse, but there you go.
Nice. Anything else in the works you're allowed to talk about before I let you go?
We have a movie called Peaky Blinders, the movie, which may not be called that, but it's a British show called Peaky Blinders. You know it?
No, I haven't.
You haven't heard of it?
No, I'll have to check it out.
Oh, okay. So that's a big. That's Cillian Murphy. There's a lot of Irish people. Barry Keoghan, Tom Hardy, loads of people in it. Yeah. So that's a movie coming up. Yeah.
Congratulations, the movie was so good, man. Really
Thank
felt
you.
your performance for your bond for your sister. You know,
Oh,
going through
thanks
hell
so
to get
much.
together,
Yeah, it really did.
What was it like shooting in the snow in Calgary? You know?
Oh, it was so brutal, man. It was so cold. I mean, something I can't really fathom in Los Angeles right now. But it was completely murderously cold. We're like in minus 30 in the middle of blizzards. The director is having some kind of evil pleasure in watching me just get pounded into the snow time and time again. We had to do one take where my face is just fully buried in snow as we're just sitting there for like 10 minutes. I discovered new things about the limits of my body on this shoot. Yeah.
Well, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passion. Where'd your passion for acting come from? I mean, your family's like royalty, but still, you have to have the passion to do it, you know?
For me, it all came from theater. I love theater so much. I did it all when I was a kid, and I just think that people have this conception that it's really all or nothing with acting, that you have to be doing some giant part in some big movie or not. And I'm always acting, and even when I don't have a part, I'm so lucky today to get to celebrate the work that I have done. But really, it's just like classes has been the happiest times of my life acting, and from then on, it's like, if I know I can love that, then it can only go so wrong spending my life trying to do it.
About doing your voice in it? It's so good.
No, isn't that funny? I almost was going to do it right now, but I wouldn't know how. No, I'm just kidding. I was shocked that I could speak so low. Well, I was trying to just be somebody who had a wound, who almost had gotten decapitated. I was like, what does that sound like? And then I found I could speak that way. But I also like playing a vicious character who was very subdued and quiet. You know what I mean? Not a yeller. Yeah, the opposite of like Mallory Knox, where it's sort of wiling out. This is all like interior rage.
I love it. Very punk rock.
Thank you.
Yeah.